Xin chào everybody, welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve and got a good one for you today. I'm in Perth, Western Australia, 6:30 in the morning and it's 5 degrees. So I've come over here for a couple of weeks and just enjoying some time with family and friends, staying at my sister's house, and I've been up early this morning. I've lit the wood fire and the house is getting nice and warm in there, and thought I'd come out and give you a quick vart on just how I'm going and something that's been on my mind. Had a great day here yesterday. Been walking around the local neighbourhood here, which is kind of rural, and I'm hoping I see a kangaroo or some wildlife for you this morning, just to show you what it's really like. You might see a bit of garbage on the side of the roads, and that's because they've got a local government garbage pickup happening in the next week or so. So everybody brings out the stuff that doesn't fit in their trash can, and the council comes around, the local government comes around and picks it up when they're good and ready. All right, grab a cup of tea. Let's get into it. First thing first, it's a bit of a journey to Perth. Takes us 6 hours to get across here. Very slow flight, and left a bit late, got in a bit late, had very strong headwinds. It's a 3,000 or 4,000 kilometre trip, and 6 hour flight one side of Australia to another. Had my sister flying into Perth from Melbourne, and she was a little bit delayed as well, but we were also delayed in picking her up. We went to the wrong terminal. So in Australia we have 3 major airlines: Qantas, Virgin and Jetstar. And in Perth they have 4 airports: Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3, Terminal 4. So we're at a terminal about 10 minutes away from her pickup terminal. So all in all, a long trip to Perth and a bit of delay in the pickup regime. Getting a bit chilly out here. Brisbane's been about 24 degrees and sunny, and Perth's had a lot of rain in recent times. And I think yesterday was 17 or 18 and blue skies, so a little bit cooler here. And of course, overnight, absolutely freezing. So we have a heater running in our room, and first one up lights up the wood fire, which is going really well. I burnt a few paper things to get it going, and hope they weren't important documents my sister had laying around, but we'll find out soon enough. We'll keep that between us. Did about 5 kilometres on the walking yesterday. Walked from my sister's house down around past my father's house, and then over to the local cafe and back again. And then went on for the rest of the day for the real reason I'm here. So I'll just get up this next hill and then we'll talk about this journey with purpose. Very nice neighbourhood. This is Mundaring, sort of 30 or 40 kilometres east of Perth, up in the Perth Hills. Big properties here. My sister's on an acre. It's 4,000 square metres. And not semi-rural, but outskirts of the city living. All the women are strong. It's a tough life out here. All the men are good looking. And all the children are above average. So my journey with purpose begins with my father. He's been quite ill. And got the call up last night, well, night before last night, that needed to skedaddle to Perth. So jumped online, bought an air ticket for double the price of normal. And came to Perth. I think the reason it's double is that the airlines have you over a barrel and they don't really give a shit why you're travelling. But they do care if they can get the last dollar out of your pocket. So double price airfares this week, and flew into Perth. So Dad's had a virus called RSV. It's a respiratory type thing that they don't want to name in case they offend somebody, so it runs by its initials. And he's been hospitalised with that. Had to go on with a few other complications. Might have had pneumonia, and he's on dialysis as well. So it's the trifecta. He's got the trifecta. They've had him on some sort of oxygen, help his breathing. Had him on some sort of antibiotics to knock the pneumonia on the head, and got him in and out of dialysis as they can. So he's coming better. That's the good news in the few days I've been here. But it's really a journey about showing up when it most matters. So that's why I've whipped over here. And then the second thing is just across the road. The cars go very quickly here. Not in Kansas now. Getting some wisdom from that older generation. So he's still in good spirits, reciting poetry, telling us stories about his childhood, but not happy being in the hospital. His wife stayed in the hospital overnight with him. She's worried about the standard of care, and the hospital's worried about her staying in the room with him. So we're at loggerheads on that one. But once the standard of care improves, she won't feel like she has to stay there. Second thing that I've sort of been reflecting on this week is some of those nurses and doctors do a stellar job. Every time I've been up the hospital, the shifts are understaffed, and they're really lovely people, the ones that I've run into. Interestingly, he's hooked up to AI. So AI in healthcare, he's monitored 24/7 by robots, and if any of his vitals change, sets off an alarm. It's called a Hive, high intensity virtual, don't know what E stands for, probably experiment. There's 50 of these beds across the state, and if any of the equipment goes bing, when it shouldn't, it summons a nurse. A couple of flaws that need to be ironed out with the AI. One is, when you push the button because you need urgent assistance. A few times nobody came. And the reason for that is that it's probably the initial problem they had at the beginning was, why do we need a Hive to automatically monitor people? Haven't got enough staff. So regardless if someone's monitored by a machine from a remote control centre in Houston, if a patient pushes the button and needs human assistance, you're not going to get it, because the reason for being in the Hive is they don't have enough staff. Sometimes people did come. So there was one night there, he was relaying a story. He pushed the button, and the cleaner turned up. So just a few wrinkles in the AI to iron out before it's fit for purpose. But meanwhile, being tested on 50 people across Australia. The reason I'm going down this street here is some people down here have got some very large geese. And when you walk past, the geese are like guard dogs. And so they're going to squawk and wake the neighbourhood up. It's very, very quiet around here. Good to be back with my two sisters. So I've got two younger sisters. Oh, look, one of them, she's the, well, I won't say what she is at the organisation, but she helps people handle their stress at the organisation she works with. But interestingly, the organisation is a chocolate factory, so I don't know how you could be stressed in a chocolate factory, but that's another conundrum for us. My other sister's a nurse, so yeah, when we've been up at the hospital to get somebody to come, she pushes sort of the heart attack button and knows that someone will come running, and when they turn up, it's sort of, don't push that button, that's for us. Oh, so sorry, didn't realise. While I've got you here, the nurse last night said it wasn't her father, so she didn't care if he died. Could you have a look into that, please? So we got their attention. But you know, it's the brickbat and the bouquet. So on the way in, we stopped and bought some cake for the nurses. So she gave them a bit of an uppercut and then gave them some cakes, which is the human way in the AI ward. Where was I? Oh, my sisters. So I got the chocolate factory lady, got a nurse. She's one of those nurses that doesn't do nursing. She's a boss. And then there's me, and I'm just a lonely soldier walking the neighbourhood. But we're all here. We're playing lots of card games, and God, my sisters are cheats. They just cheat at any opportunity, and I could have beaten them both last night, but I pulled my cards, let them have a bit of joy. That's what the big brother does, isn't it? Where are these geese? I don't want to walk too far because we're doing this again later with the family, so go down to the coffee shop about 8 o'clock, so I'll be over walking today. So being 5 degrees, I've got two hands without gloves on, and they're pretty much frozen. Perth's a lovely city. It's the fourth largest city in Australia. A couple of million people exist here. If you're up in Mundaring like we are, you could say you're living here. Look at that stream. Just absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got chickens cock-a-doodle-doing in the background. All right. I think I'm at the geese house now, so we'll keep the video going for you. Oh no, there's no fence here, so where the geese are, there's a pretty strong fence because they're coming out to have a go at you. All right, back to the story. So first up on the list today, I'm on a journey with purpose. Getting a bit of wisdom from the older generation. Father's waxing lyrical and reciting poetry and telling us the great stories. Difficult. He's happy to talk because the first couple of days in hospital he had an iron mask on that forces oxygen down your throat. when the AI says you need it, but of course you're strapped in like the man in the iron mask. Spoke a bit about the healthcare heroes and the support he's getting. And of course with AI, we're going to have healthcare heroes in the future, or is it just going to be AI and no more healthcare heroes? Staying positive and resilient. He's a resilient old guy. He's 87. In fact, yesterday was his birthday. So we all turned up. First time all of us have been together with him for a couple of years. And it was his 87th birthday. So we brought cakes for ourselves as well. Yeah, he's resilient. I asked him how he goes with dialysis, because it's sort of 5 or 6 hours sitting in a chair. He's not a book reader or anything. And he said, well, you know Vietnam, Steve, some people actually have to go to work every day. So that's a real good way to look at things. I just got my finger on the trigger here for when we hit the geese. So here we go. Probably going to get squawked at here. Let's have a look. We've got some lovely little chickens in here. Look at the size of those chooks. Good morning. Good morning. The geese are tucked away, clearly. Normally they're going crazy. So that's it. You've had a vart from Brisbane, you had a vart from the Torres Strait, and now you've got a vart from Perth. So while I may be Vietnam Steve in exile, I'm certainly on the road. And not doing as many as I used to do, sort of punching out a couple each week and just letting you know what's happening. So I guess the lessons from today are, as we get old, we need to express our gratitude and be resilient and all those kind of things. And also think about how we're going to handle those situations when we get older. My dad's wife is a Chinese Hawaiian lady, and of course my wife's a Vietnamese lady, so they have that Asian look, and my father and myself look a bit the same, unfortunately. He's 87. And as we walked out, my wife says to me, oh dear, I think I've just had a glimpse of the future, and someone's going to be looking after me when I get like that. Look, I've stuffed up my walking. I'm at the coffee shop now. This is 2 kilometres from my sister's place, so I guess I'll pull in and have a hot chocolate and toodle on home after this. Thanks for watching. Thought I'd give you an update on Perth. Thought I'd give you an update on my father. Look, when I'm out with everybody, it's difficult to film. And so I don't know if you'll get another vart from Perth, but look at those little flowers. Suffice to say, we are heading out to look at a few sightseeing things today. And my sister's actually heading back to Melbourne tonight. So if I see something interesting, I might do a bit of B-roll for you, and I could put that into the next vart from Perth. There'll be a couple from here, because I'm here till I'm here for 2 weekends, so a bit of time to go. I certainly hope this coffee shop's open at 7 o'clock, but we'll find out. Like the video if you like the walk and talk crapola. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty. This has been Vietnam Steve in exile in Perth, and I'll see you in the next one.